What's the deal going? What's quick just popped up on my screen? Stevodidit. You already know who made y'all shut it. I'm just playing. Like, comment, subscribe on the videos. Nice coming back to see you guys again. Got that out the way early. Uh, been gone for a couple days. I'm trying to be on my top bus. But no video down, but another video down, but another video down. Stop like shit, bro. Man, let's just go straight into the video, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Um, so we got some wild little shit acting like a cowboy. I guess a couple of them. Let's see. Yeah, well, I guess these young boys are getting reckless, man. Flying young bulls, jits. I ain't gonna put that on them. Let me take all that back. I ain't gonna put that on them. We gonna see.
Mid tragedy, Ethan sent a chilling message to his family, one that no one would ever want to receive. If you're reading this, then I'm definitely dead. This is Ethan Blair Miller, and he is about to step into his former workplace, ready to shoot anyone who gets in his way.
The fuck? I know his work.
Minutes before this tragedy, Ethan sent
I
a
know
chilling
they only
message
pay
to his
like
family,
$15.
one that no one would ever want to
At
receive.
the most.
If you're reading this, then I'm definitely dead. And he wouldn't be lying. Ethan would end up dead, but not from the officer's bullets, rather from something no one saw coming. However, his classmates had already noticed something very strange about him long before, a behavior that now seems like a sign of what was to come.
We
Ethan
all know
Blair,
them
an
kids.
apparently ordinary student, sparked curiosity and even a bit of fear
But
among
now
his
they either
peers.
smoked out
Not because he was troublesome or
or they got a
loud,
job
but
and you
because of a
just
strange habit.
okay,
He
up,
always carried a notebook
see you
in which he wrote obsessively. Every class, every free
you know you
minute,
was fucking with
every
them
break.
obstacles.
Ethan filled its
That's what I'm
pages
picking
with
on and
enigmatic
stuff.
notes. And little did his classmates
Yeah, he
know
come
that
back.
each day they stayed alive around him was a blessing. But what was he writing? Stories began to circulate among some classmates who
I get
claimed to have
scared of
read
that.
one of the pages from his enigmatic notebook. Those words, filled with coldness and contempt, read, "Death, huh, so peaceful. Death happens every day, get over it. You want me to feel bad? Well, I don't. Humans are nothing." These phrases caused a stir in the school hallways,
Well,
but what no
fuck
one
you.
knew was that this was nowhere near the most disturbing page in Ethan's notebook. There was one page none of his classmates ever got to read, a page that contained something no one would ever want to discover about a classmate. On it, Ethan wrote, "I'm going to be a school shooter. Crazy. I've had a morbid interest in shootings for a long time, especially Columbine, my last resort. I didn't think it'd ever go this far, but here I am, a fucking pathetic human. I was the quiet kid with anger issues all throughout school, so maybe it's not as much of a surprise to some of you." And he would be right. It
What
wouldn't
does
be
that
much of a
matter that you
surprise,
angry and
especially
you
for Isaac, his
quiet?
classmate,
Bitch, that's a
who, after an altercation at
that's a
school,
personal
ended up
problem.
getting both of them suspended for a week. But what seemed like a
Yeah.
temporary punishment marked the beginning of something much darker. When
And
Isaac got home after
created
the
a
incident,
villain.
he received a message from Ethan. What he read left him stunned. "I'm gonna shoot you." Isaac responded with disbelief. "Sure, shut up." But Ethan insisted with something more direct and terrifying. "You're going to regret it." Time passed, and although Isaac tried not to give it too much importance, the memory of that message haunted him, until one day he saw him again, in the parking lot of Safeway, where Ethan worked. There, the young man once again faced a direct death threat. The experiences Isaac recounts are chilling, especially knowing what Ethan would end up doing weeks later. However, the true revenge Ethan had in mind was against his school. For weeks, he had been writing down his plans for the school shooting and his darkest thoughts, outlining every detail with unsettling precision. According to what he himself stated in his notes, yes, Columbine partially inspired this. I've been interested in the case for a long time, and it has provided the blueprint and part of the inspiration for Doomsday. I relate to Eric and Dylan on some level as well. They were the same as me, good young men f***ed by society. Ethan already had his plan set, but just when he was
Nigga,
ready
you
to
just
move from
said you was
planning
to
to
yourself and
execution,
man all the
a
time. How
problem
you get
arose,
fucked
one he
by
hadn't
society,
considered.
bro?
The school year came to an end. With the
You
school no
used to
longer in session, the stage
want
for
me
his
try to be
revenge was
like
out of
everybody.
reach,
Not even
forcing
be
him
like
to
everybody else.
rethink his
Just be
next
yourself
move.
like everybody else.
After weeks of feeding his anger, Ethan finally reached a
Niggas
conclusion.
literally let you be
His plan
yourself.
would go
You got
forward,
mad.
this time with a
What
specific date.
said,
His writings reflect the dark
we fuck
determination
you,
that had been
bro. Fuck
festering in his mind for so long.
never.
Finally
You fuck
settled on a
yourself
date
over.
for my last day of this hell on earth, the 8th of September, a Thursday, the first day of school for all students at Mountain View High School. God, I can't wait. However, things would take a dramatic turn. Ethan's rage and anger were
Told you
greater
he
than
was
his
hitting, you gonna hit
patience.
him with that.
After weeks consumed by
Always hit him with that.
uncontrollable rage and feeling
Or you
trapped
gonna
in a
do some
world he
stupid
deemed
shit.
unjust, Ethan couldn't wait any longer. Just 1 week before the date he had originally chosen, on August 27th, he wrote a chilling declaration of intent in his notebook. Fuck it. I'm done waiting. I can't wait any longer. The rage has become uncontrollable, and it can't wait 2 more weeks. Tomorrow, Sunday, August 28th, Doomsday. It came early, fuckers. Fuck this place. I can't stand more than 1 more day of absolute misery. It's fucking dog shit
This
here.
nigga.
The next hours will be like an eternity.
Oh yeah, he was angry. He was an
His
angry
plan,
child.
initially scheduled for the first day of school, was brought forward. However, due to the holidays, he made a different decision. He chose his former workplace, the Safeway in Bend, as the stage for his revenge. That
I don't know why
night,
he chose
while
his
the
workplace.
world
We've
carried
been
on,
hopping in
just
at the
hours
school
before
line.
the massacre, Ethan wrote what would be some of his final words. It's a strange thing, knowing you'll be dead soon. Your mind and humanity start to play tricks on you. I guess it's the basic pathetic instincts of the human body. Survival, pitiful. I look death in the face daily and welcome its embrace. But something unexpected was about to happen again. His younger brother, whose identity and age have not been publicly revealed, interrupted his plans by reminding him of a promise Ethan had made, that the next day they would watch a football game together in the afternoon. Ethan agreed, and he wasn't lying, because the next day, while the two brothers shared the moment watching the game, everything seemed calm. But when the game ended, Ethan's dark resolve took control once again. With an attitude that raised no suspicion, Ethan gave his brother some cash and asked him to go buy something to drink. While his brother was out, Ethan changed clothes and prepared for what he had called Doomsday. However, what his younger brother didn't know was that it would be the
That's what it
last
be.
time he would
These
see him
niggas be
alive.
slow. They really be watching the videos. They come home and do what
Once
I'm
he had
doing right
gotten
now,
rid of his
looking at this
brother,
crazy shit.
Ethan prepared his weapons and
Believe it.
headed in a
I
barely
believe this
discreet
shit.
manner to his target
I don't
scenario.
believe it's no
The
doom. Child at your workplace. You put the legs on the shelf. What's wrong with these niggas? What's wrong with they start going down immediately?
What is that?
She think that glass about to protect her? Yeah, he try hitting her. Get on. He about to look left.
The curiosity of the Safeway employees nearly cost them their lives. In an instant, the supermarket turned into chaos as gunshots echoed everywhere. The sound of bullets triggered screams and panic, while employees and customers desperately scrambled for cover. Fortunately, up until that moment, no injuries or fatalities had been reported. But that was about to change in the next few seconds.
Oh, he's got they start getting little. He on everybody moving that way. Oh, he on everything moving that way.
For the younger people, finding shelter was relatively easy. However, for Glenn Bennett, an 84-year-old man, the situation was very different. His limited mobility left him exposed in the chaos, and the first shot struck him, sending him to the ground. But for Ethan, that wasn't enough. With terrifying coldness, Ethan approached the elderly man and,
Oh,
without
he
hesitation,
this is
fired
good. I fuck with
15
my
more shots at him.
OGs.
Glenn lay motionless on the floor, marking one of the most brutal moments of that night. But as Ethan moved
You
forward
young
in search
motherfucker.
of
Y'all
more
about
victims, the
Ethan was
next
grown.
encounter would be
But
very different.
no, he wasn't.
This time, standing in his path was someone whose legs froze with fear. However, instead of ending their life as he had done with Glenn, something unexpected happened.
Why he let bro go? That's probably was gonna be the nigga taking down. There's kids in there, nigga. Kids, nigga don't wanna hear it, nigga.
He decided to spare him. The reason? We'll never know. However, just 30 feet away,
How?
another scenario was
What?
unfolding.
I know
A Safeway worker,
most
an
of the
ex-military
interviews.
man, had been carefully watching Ethan from the shadows. With a knife in hand, the tension grew as he planned each move, waiting for the perfect moment to confront him and put an end to his attack.
Oh, we got a war scene. It's really a war scene. He got PTSD. He back in the field. Good under pressure.
66-year-old Donald Surratt Jr., a Korean War survivor, would die at Ethan's hands while attempting to stop a massacre.
The fuck?
However,
He
in
ain't
doing
playing
so,
no
he
game.
did stop it. He was the last innocent person to lose their life to Ethan.
Oh,
Not because
he
Ethan
got
wanted to
him.
stop, but because the police were already arriving. As the officers approached, the situation became eerily silent. No more gunfire, no sounds of chaos.
Oh, yeah, Rambo.
Just an unsettling stillness. And then, a single gunshot. The echo faded, swallowed by the silence that followed. The officers rushed inside, expecting to face an armed and dangerous shooter. But what they found was something else entirely. That same morning, before everything unfolded, Ethan had written one final message. Words that seemed to foreshadow the inevitable. Why? I can already see all of you asking that question. And the answer is that I have no fucking idea. My head just doesn't fucking work anymore. It's like a living hell. I can never shut my thoughts off. To all my family and
He
friends,
needed some
I loved
anxiety
all of you
medicine.
dearly. None of this is your burden. I chose this 100% on my own. No one else is at fault. So with all of that said, I want you all. And there, in the dimly lit room, the officers finally saw him. Ethan's lifeless body. The massacre had come to an end, but the questions were only beginning.
All right, yeah. So the kids out there, bro, you feel like you need help, you need somebody to talk to, and go to your closest cousin, your friend. And bro, I know it's hard. Man, open up, bro. 'Cause that can lead to you talking to a psychiatrist. Give you something to, you feel me, help you with your depression. If that don't work, you feel me? I think people around you gain interest in making sure that you feel better as a person because there's people in this world who literally love to do that and genuinely love to do it, not just for no clout. So it's just a message to the youth. Like, y'all going through your head, you feel me? Y'all don't got to take the meds that y'all get on the streets. It's people who will see you, hear your story out, and let you know what they can do for you. You feel me? Hopefully it's something that can help. But not get a hobby, get a paintbrush. Don't get no fuck. You know, you don't want no that. What the fuck you want to for? Yeah, yeah, Xbox or something, bro. But for real, on a real note, I'm in silence. That was the moment of silence for all the people that lost their I mean, life in that video. Uh, everybody like, comment, subscribe. Stevo did it. Another one. Be back real soon. Hey, gang.